inspiration by your courage and conviction during our lonely years on the island. Today, my return to Soweto fills my heart with joy. At the same time, I also return with a deep sadness, with a deep sense of sadness. Sadness to learn that you are still suffering under an inhuman system. The housing shortage, the school crisis, unemployment, and the crime rate still remain. The crisis in education that exists in South Africa demands special attention. The education crisis in black schools is a political crisis. It arises out of the fact that our people have no vote and therefore cannot make the government of the day responsive to their needs. Apartheid education is inferior and a crime against humanity. Education is an area that needs attention, that needs the attention of all our people, students, parents, teachers, workers, and all other organized sectors of our community. Let us build discipline structures, SRCs, a United National Teachers Organization, parent structures, and Parent-Teacher-Student Association, and the National Education Crisis Committee. It has been the policy of the ANC that though the school and the entire education system is a site of struggle, the actual process of learning must take place in the schools. I want to add my voice, therefore, to the call made at the beginning of the year that all students must return to school and learn. We must continue our struggle for people's education within the school system and utilize its resources to achieve our goals. I call on the government to build more schools, to train and employ more teachers, and to abandon its policy of forcing our children out of the school system by use of various measures, such as the age restrictions and their refusal to admit to those who fail their classes. We have consistently called for a unitary non-racial education system that develops the potential of all our youth. As I said when I stood on the dock at the Rivonia trial 27 years ago, and as I said on the day of my release in Cape Town, the ANC will pursue the armed struggle against the government as long as the violence of apartheid continues. A new South Africa has to eliminate the racial hatred and suspicion caused by apartheid and offer guarantees to all its citizens of peace, security, and prosperity. We call on those who, out of ignorance, have collaborated with apartheid in the past to join our liberation struggle. No man or woman who has abandoned apartheid will be excluded from our movement towards a non-racial, united, and democratic South Africa, based on one person, one vote, on a common voters' roll. Our primary task remains to unite our people across the length and breadth of our country. Our democratic organizations must be consolidated in all our sectors. Democratic political practice and accountable leadership must be strengthened on all fronts. Our struggle against apartheid, though seemingly uncertain, must be intensified on all fronts. Let each one of you and all of our people give the enemies of peace and liberty no space to take us back to the dark hell of apartheid. It is only disciplined mass action that assures us of the victory we seek. Go back to your schools, factories, mines and communities. Build on the massive energies that recent events in our country have unleashed by strengthening disciplined mass organizations. We are going forward. The march towards freedom and justice is irreversible. I have spoken about freedom in my lifetime. Your struggle, your commitment, and your discipline has released me to stand before you today. These basic principles will propel us to a free, non-racial, democratic, united South Africa that we have struggled and died for.